What's good, y'all? This is JoezMcfly here, and the Yankees are going through a really bad time. And I'm here to talk about it with you just to be able to find out a couple of things. In this video, we're going to talk about a couple of glaring issues that I see, maybe some possible solutions, and I would love for you guys to also interact with this and letting me know what you guys think could be able to get the Yankees out of this rut. Here's a couple of things that we do know as of me recording this today. The Yankees have lost 16 of their last 22 games. The Yankees have been bad. In the last 22 games for the Yanks, hitting wise, they're only batting .223. And we look at these numbers as a team, 700 OPS. That's really bad. Only 27 homers, and guess what? Judge has 7 of them. Aaron Judge is not to blame, even though he's kind of like in a little bit of a struggle as of late. He's batting .312, 7 homers, and a 1. OPS during that stretch. People say talk about Soto because he's not really hitting. However, even though he's batting .214, his on-base percentage is .421, which kind of shows me a little bit of maybe he's not getting pitches to hit and he is walking quite a bit. He still has an .835 OPS during that time and has 4 homers. I think the people that we need to focus on are the people that are here and they're supposed to actually be doing something. I think one of the number one people to really focus on is Anthony Volpe. While he was leading off most of this time, in those 22 games, Anthony Volpe batted .177. And you know what? You may think, oh, but Soto was batting .214. No, the problem also is at the leadoff spot, he's not getting on base and not using his best tool, which is the speed. While Soto batted .214 and got on base 434% of the time, guess what? Volpe, on the other hand, that entire time since June 13th, only walked 4 total times. His on-base percentage was at .210. That's really bad. The closer you are to your batting average in on-base percentage is bad, all right? I think that one of the best things that Boone did was, you know what? Resign to it and just say, you know what, we're going to go ahead and move Volpe down in the lineup. Let's go ahead and move up Ben Rice, who has been showing a better eye as of late. I actually think that one of the best things that Boone did was move Volpe out of that spot and put Ben Rice up. At least Ben Rice gets on base, he walks, and he does not swing at pitches out of the zone. Volpe misses pitches in the zone and out of the zone. I don't know. Maybe Volpe can be able to get it together. Less pressure at the bottom of the lineup. Go ahead and figure it out down there, kid. Verdugo was going off for the Yankees, and that's the person I want to talk about. In the last 21 games, Verdugo is also batting .188. Now, we all know he's a streaky hitter, and that's not good. Only has 2 homers during that stretch. And to be honest, we need more from him. When the Yankees were going really good, I think Verdugo was an important integral force because he was that important 4th bat right behind Judge. Not offering protection, but just offering a different kind of hitting stance. You know, somebody that can be able to put the bat on the ball and move runners along and keep rallies going. As we see here, he hasn't done that at all. Gleyber Torres is also another guy that's been expected to do a lot better than what he actually is. In 17 games, and he got benched throughout this time. He's batting .186. .250 on base percentage. He just wasn't good at all. Kid was in his head. He wasn't doing many things. And Volpe, I think, is another one that got in his head as well and started to do weird things like not run out balls, and that's weird. Like, what are you doing that, not scoring on that ball hit to first base? And I think those kind of things start to creep in. But Gleyber Torres, to his credit, in his most recent games, last 7 games, he's been doing a lot better. And I think that the couple of days off benching probably helped him out, and he came out, I think against Toronto, he had a couple of 2-hit games, and that's good for him. He's batting .308 in his last 7 games, so hopefully that continues because we need that. I think that Big G leaving, because all of these struggles kind of coincide with Giancarlo getting hurt. Now, Big G, I think, left a big hole in the lineup. I think a lot of people did not want to face him. He was an 800 OPS kind of player. He was getting the ball over the fence as well. And he was also getting Verdugo's more pitches to hit. And because of that, now I feel like the lineup is in shambles. We need Big G back. We do. Everything's been going bad for the Yankees, man, because pitching has also been going bad in that stretch. In those 22 games, the Yankees have a 5.86 ERA as a staff altogether. They're not doing the job. They're not doing the job. Everybody's struggling at the same time. The couple of things that you can couple together with that, right? And some things can get better, but I think other things are more worrisome. I'm gonna start with the more worrisome thing because it's like, I don't know what's going on there. Carlos Rodon is the biggest enigma to me. I don't understand what is going on. Through June 10th, okay? Through June 10th, he had 14 starts, man. He was pitching awesome. Had a sparkling 2.93 ERA. He was 9-2 in that stretch as well. He was looking really good. Now, we look at Carlos Rodon since June 15th, he's been abysmal, bro. He's 0-4 in his last 4 games started, 10.89 ERA, and it's just not going good for him right now. I mean, his batting average against is 356. Things ain't going well for him. I don't know what to do with that. I honestly have no idea what direction to go with. I don't know if it's a arm slot issue. I don't know if he's tired. I don't know what's going on with Carlos Rodon. But as of right now, all I can say is he sucks. When you got a 1 OPS against you, Pop, I don't know. We need to skip a start. We need to do something about that. We need to figure it out. We need to get Rodon off the struggle bus. Simple as that. I don't know what to do. Either you throw him off the bus or what's going on with that. But he now has a bad year. He had a 2.9. He went from comeback player of the year, possible Cy Young, to why is this guy even pitching for this team anymore? What's happening there? Garrett Cole was going through his lumps, but I think that he's rounding into form. That last start that we seen against the Red Sox, a team who hits him really well, and Devers hits him really well, he kind of got him a little bit in that game toward the end. But anyway, I think that we're seeing good things, and we're going to see actual Cole from here on out. He was in spring training mode, in my opinion, just kind of getting ready, and it's not the same kind of setup. I think him going forward here, and then after the All-Star break, we'll see the actual Garrett Cole, and I'm really happy for that. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Now, Luis Gil was a little bit of an issue, too, because he was another guy that was slumping. He was on the struggle bus with Rodon, and I was wondering, like, what's going on? Is the kid tired? Did the Yankees overuse him? The Yankees, to their credit, did come out and say, he's not tired, he's good, we identified it, and it's just a release point issue. And you know what? I tend to believe them now because of the start that he had against the Red Sox this weekend on Sunday Night Baseball. He looked really good. He looked every bit of the Luis Gil that I've seen all year. So hopefully this is good from here going forward, and we don't have to worry about this anymore, and the release point is no longer an issue. The other thing on the pitching staff that's been super weird has been Nestor Cortez's home and road splits. Bro, when they brought it up on the broadcast, I could not believe it. I was like, what's going on? Because when I think about Nestor, sometimes I'm like, oh, sometimes he's getting rocked, and I guess it depends on whether he's at home or away, but he's 4-3 at home. He's got a 1.81 ERA. That's in 64 innings pitched, so it's a really good sample size, and he just looks good. Even, batting average against, only 191. On base percentage against is 217, and slugging, people only slugging 299 against him. 515 OPS at home. I know we love our home cooking, but then when you look at these away, it's like Jekyll and Hyde. What's going on? His away numbers are ghastly, bruh. Away numbers, he's 0-4 with a 5.63 ERA. That's in 9 games started. That's 46 innings, y'all. His whip, which if you compare it to the home, like the amount of base runners that he's allowing on the road, it just feels criminal. 1.489 whip? What's going on? In case you guys don't know, whip is basically walks plus hits. It's basically the amount of base runners that you are allowing per innings pitch. That's way too much. Look at this. Batting average against on the road. People are batting almost 300 against him. People are on base 343, 521 slugging, 864 OPS against him on the road. What's going on, Nestor? Whatever it is that they're doing at home, can we try to replicate that on the road and figure that out? I'm still trying to understand why this is happening. I don't know if we got to dive deeper into those numbers to see if maybe it's just the matchups or the teams, but this is like real glaring. This is real glaring issues, home and road splits. Let me know what you guys think about Nestor and why this is happening to him. I think that the funniest thing of all this is that Aaron Boone's right in front of us. It's right in front of us.
But, it's all right there in front of us.
Happened a lot earlier this year than what it has in years past. Somebody on Twitter by the name of Neil Keefe actually said that Aaron Boone in 2022 said it in August 20th. It's right in front of us. July 15th, 2023. It's all there right in front of us. In July 7th, 2024, it's all there right in front of us. I know that that's probably his coach speak. And it kind of gets me to another question, really. The Yankees have such high peaks and such high valleys. Why is there no easier in-betweens? It just feels like they're always like really high, running really high, or running really low. And I can't be the only one that feels that way, bro. Like, we go hot and cold like so easy. Everybody on the team is either on fire or everybody on the team is either struggling. And I don't understand why that happens and why the team allows this to happen for so long. 22 games is not a short sample size. That's a long time. So what's going on? Is it it's just a regular season, we letting it go, and before you know it, we have not won a series since the Kansas City series. That's a long time. I just told you the date. That's 22 games ago, guys. 22 games ago. Well, 21 games ago, since the Yankees have won a series. That's a long time. So let's figure it out. The All-Star game is right around the corner. You get the All-Star break to reset. Because of that, congratulations, by the way, go out to Judge, who deserves it, Soto, who deserves it, and then Holmes, who was surprised to get the nod in going to the All-Star game. Holmes, let's give him credit. He is one of the better relievers, and we're happy to have him in the pen. Personally, I don't think Holmes is the closer because a lot of his outs are very contact heavy. So he relies on contact a lot with his heavy sinker, which is great. It's a great pitch. It's a nasty pitch. The only thing about it is that it can lend to some rallies or like balls finding holes or whatever it is, or a homer to Yoshida. That shouldn't happen. No way. Oh my what the fuck? That's weird. Anyway, congratulations to Holmes. Hopefully he uses the time to be able to reset, to figure it out, and just get himself together. I still do think that the Yankees need some strikeout guys in the pen, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. A couple of things, let's just get right into it. Glaring things that I see with the Yanks, dog. And these are problems that I think that they need to figure out a way to address. I can't be the only one that feels this way, but if you guys have some other issues that I may have missed, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know. The bullpen. The Yankees bullpen just doesn't have enough swing and miss in it. If you really think about it, when you close your eyes and you think about the pen, and I talked to Jimmy before, Jimmy O'Brien, John Boy, he said, the Yankees have it's a DFA bullpen. It really is. They have Weaver, who can strike dudes out. They have Canely, who can strike dudes out. And those are the two, real strikeout guys. I mean, Holmes could strike out dudes as well, but he's more of a contact dude. After that, everybody else, they can be more of a DFA kind of guy. They're like a makeshift bullpen that they've put together. Yankees have to try to get some strikeouts into that pen. And I think that is why they have the other thing that I think is a glaring issue to me, which is their extra innings record. They're only 1-6 in extra innings. And I think it has to do with, one, situational hitting. That's number one. Number two, I think it has to do with not having a strikeout pitcher and not having enough strikeout arms in that pen. If they had more strikeout arms, then it's less contact. Less contact means the runner that is already on base, because there's a Manfred runner, is not advancing a base. And those bases are affecting the Yankees. They really are. Big time glaring issue that I see, man, and I said it online, and some people say it doesn't really matter because if they win, they'll just make it into the playoffs. You can still make the playoffs even without actually beating teams in your division. The Yankees' record against the AL East is horrid. It's still early and they could try to fix it. The Yankees are 13-16 against their own division. When you take a look at other people in the division, that are probably the people that you're competing with the most, which is the Red Sox now and the Orioles. The Orioles are 19-7 against the AL East, y'all. If you had to put your chips on one team, who are you putting your chips on? Is it the Yankees or the Orioles? The Orioles are 19-7. They've shown that they can beat teams in their division. And this is a tough division, sure. The Red Sox are 13-11 against their division. Thanks to the Yanks, I guess. The rest of this month is very important for the Yankees, especially with that record against the AL East. They have 3 against Tampa. They have 3 against the Orioles. These are all on the road right before the All-Star break. Right after the All-Star break, you got 4 against Tampa at home, and then you have 2 against the Mets. That's not in division, but then you have a day off, and you have 3 more against the Red Sox before you have to finish off the month with 3 against the Phillies. Yankees got to figure it out this month, man. They have no kick coming until they get to August, where their schedule starts to ease up a little bit, but beat the teams that are in front of you. You have to beat teams in your division in order to be successful. I cannot stress that enough. Catching is a really big problem. The funny thing is that if you sit down and look at the baseball savant numbers, it tells you that the blocks are above average. He's 95th percentile. His framing is the best in the league. It's really good, sure. However, his caught stealing is only at the 8th percentile, and his pop time is at 3 percentile. Trevino's really bad when it comes to catching base runners, as we've seen the Red Sox expose a couple of games ago, and they ran roughshod all over the Yankees to the point of disrespect. It's causing the Yankees and their pitchers to have to make an adjustment, and adjustments are good. The problem is that sometimes pitchers try to force pickoffs when they aren't there, or try to speed up their delivery and things like that to try to make up for the catcher's arm or not being able to throw people out. When you go over to Austin Wells, he's better, but not by much. His caught stealing, he's at this 26th percentile, and his pop time is at about a 61 percentile, which is not bad, but it's not phenomenal, right? He is better than Trevino, but he's not necessarily the best. Fact of the matter is, our catching sucks. Just sucks. Last thing is, the Yankees are not running at all. Now, in the last 20 games, the Yankees have only attempted 2 stolen bases, and they haven't had a stolen base in those 20 games at all. So that stinks. I don't know what's going on. I think most of that could be personnel-wise. They just don't have the kind of people to be able to do it. And Volpe's on-base percentage is atrocious right now. He's just not even on base, and those could be the things. Either they bring in personnel that can steal bases, or they start moving runners or hitting and running, but people are not putting enough contact on the ball to do that. So let's see. So how do we fix this, man? Because I don't know. I mean, and there was a GM that came out and said that you shouldn't count the Yankees out because they're going to be getting Jason Dominguez back and Giancarlo, and they're going to be getting better. Yes, I agree. Yes, they are going to be getting better. And the Yankees need Giancarlo back. Bad. They need him back in that middle of that lineup producing, and he's pushing runners across. We need him. We need Jason Dominguez. I think he's the spark that could have been up right now, would have been helping the Yankees, and he's not here. He's a tremendous tool set that I think we could use, man. I really do need that. Also, for the bullpen, we need a solution. Like, Cashman's going to have to acquire this from outside the organization, and you're going to have to pay to get these guys. But somebody like a Kopech, Tanner Scott's name has been put out there. I seen online Carlos Estevez as well, Ben Joez. Some people want, D-Rob to come through. I don't know if D-Rob is going to come through after the situation that he had with the shares and stuff like that. I don't know if the Yankees will bring him back, but maybe they should. I don't know. It's not time to be proud, bro. It just really isn't. So bring him back. We need results. It is what it is. And for the last thing, the Yankees need a hitter. The Yankees need a position player, preferably a third baseman that could be able to play for them on an everyday basis. Some of the names I was thinking about were, people, of course, just talking in the office, Luis Rengifo and things like that. And right now he has a little bit of a wrist inflammation. So we'll see. I don't know. But he's been having a good year, so why not? People throw around the name Jazz Chisholm. Do you want that? I'm not sure. That's another guy that does get hurt a lot, but do you want to deal with that kind of attitude? I don't know. I think Nico Horner's an actual interesting guy, and actually put the question out on Twitter, and people actually suggested him to him. I wasn't even looking that way, but the Cubbies are really bad right now, and they might be looking to sell at the deadline. So Nico Horner, I was looking at his baseball savant, and look at that. He doesn't strike out much, K percentage, doesn't really swing out of the zone too much, looks really good. Now, the other things, I don't really see if I like too much, but he doesn't really offer much in the way of power or pop or anything like that. His OPS is in the 600s, which isn't really too good. So I don't know on Nico Horner. We'll see. He's a good fielder, though, and really good range, nice speed. So maybe, I don't know. Tommy Edman might be an interesting person. Ryan McMahon was somebody people were telling me, but I really don't think, I mean, from everything that I see about the Rockies, they've been kind of saying like they're not going to get rid of him. But man, I mean, look at this baseball savant, guys. Ryan McMahon would be a dream for the Yankees. I mean, if he is available, you gotta go get him if he is available. He's a left-handed bat. Look at this. Oh, man, I love red on here, bro. If we can be able to get this guy, please get him. I mean, he's got 14 homers on the season, batting .274. I'm sure you could be able to figure something out, but I just don't see the Rockies doing it from everything that I hear. I would love this move, though. This is kind of like the move that the Yankees need. You know, one guy might be interesting, and I know me and him, we share the last name, but Donovan Solano might be a good fit for the Yankees if you want to be able to call the Padres once again. He's a third baseman. He can hit. Puts the bat on the ball quite a bit. He's not a really high strikeout guy, not really a high whiff guy. Doesn't walk as much or whatever it is, and doesn't really come with the way of speed, but he could be a guy that could help you out. Doesn't really offer too much in power, but that could be another guy, maybe outlier. Let me know if you guys see anybody else that the Yankees could acquire for third base that would help. I would love that in the comments. Please let us know. But yeah, man, that's all I got for you guys, man. I wanted to make sure I spoke to you guys. It's been a little while, but like the video, subscribe to the channel, and just, we need the Yankees to turn this around, bro. We can't just be doing this shit forever. Please, Yanks, make it happen. We don't want what happened against the Red Sox, and we got a tough schedule here to end out the month. But guys, I appreciate you guys for hanging out, especially if you hung out this long, all right? Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, keep your Pinterest strong, stay Pinterest strong, and you know what? Hop on my Twitch as well as I get on there, and I'm live all the time. Twitch.tv/JoezMcfly. See you guys later.